This is your weekly moment of growth. I've heard a number of people say to me and say out loud that this isn't where I was planning to be when I was X years old, when I was 20 years old, 25, 30, 40, 50 years old. This was not my plan. I've even said it to myself. I thought when I was younger, I thought by the time I was 25, I'd be married with a kid on the way. And then when I was 29 years old and I was engaged, I thought I was going to be married by 30 and everything was going to be great. But now here I am, 34 years old and single. And I am exactly where I'm supposed to be. You see, it's okay to have a plan. It's okay to have an idea of who you want to be at a certain age. But we have to be flexible. We have to understand that if we don't end up there, it's okay. There's lessons in not becoming who we thought we were going to be. You know, when I look back and I realize if I actually followed the path that I had quote unquote planned for myself, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now. I wouldn't have this podcast that gets played in 100 countries every single week. I wouldn't speak all over the country. I wouldn't be impacting lives, and I wouldn't be hosting Growth Now Movement Live in May. That just wouldn't have happened. If I married the girl that I thought I was going to marry, I wouldn't be here. It works the other way too, right? Because when I was younger, I always thought that I wanted to be that businessman in a suit who'd fly all over the country for meetings and so on and so forth. And I became that. And I was miserable. It's not really what I wanted. It's what other people thought that I wanted, right? Which I talked about in the last moment of growth. But when I allowed life to happen for me instead of to me, and I paid attention to the things that were happening around me, and I was open to the opportunities that were presented, and I said yes to more things, then I was able to not only become who I truly was supposed to become, but I was able to enjoy the ride and the journey that got me there. I began to realize that all the failed opportunities and all the failed relationships and all the miserable jobs that I had were all necessary to become the person that I'm supposed to be. So I want you guys to reflect on who you are right now and say, it's okay that I'm not the person that I thought I was going to be. It's okay that I'm not where I thought I was going to be at this age or at this point in my life. And just find a way to A, learn from the lessons that have been taught to you through this journey, and B, how do you then repurpose that into what it is you're supposed to be? Because everything that happens in life is a lesson. And every little bump in the road is teaching us how to be stronger. It's teaching us how to grab life by the horns. It's teaching us who we are meant to be. So look back at your life right now and embrace your failures and love your failures, because they are your lesson for your success.